To protect water is to preserve life. However, more than 1 billion men and women on this planet don't have access to fresh water. Hello. We don't value water as long as we have some. That is why we're here in the Middle East, in a desert where water takes on its full meaning. Today I want to warn you about the threats against fresh water throughout the world. The fresh water that we waste at home without noticing it because it's always on tap. Israel, Palestine, Jordan, 3 countries where freshwater issues are focused. It's the driest area on the globe, with 5% of the world population, with only 1% of the world's fresh water available. But our trip doesn't stop here.
Waste. We will see how in Las Vegas, water is used with total disregard. Even worse, it's brought in from far off at the risk of ruining thousands of farmers.
Where are my grandchildren going to go and my great-grandchildren? What are they going to do? Where are they going to get their water?
Rivers are under threat. The Jordan, which irrigates the Near East, has been drained of all its water. The result means that the Dead Sea is drying up and its level decreases by 1 meter every year.
La mer Morte disparaît parce qu'on a rompu un équilibre qui était millénaire.
In Mali, despite the lack of water, the Dogon people have become the leading producers of African red onions. How have they managed this? In France, a young woman, Christine Jean, has single-handedly prevented the building of dams which would have spoilt the Loire.
La seule solution, c'est de composer avec le fleuve, d'arrêter de vouloir le maîtriser définitivement.
In the Middle East, as elsewhere, underground water sources are being pumped without restraint. We're exhausting them to the point of extinction.
On est en plein désert, je dirais des marécages. Il y a un gâchis d'eau inouï.
In Brazil, we followed Daniel Mitterrand, who is fighting to protect a natural paradise where 2 rivers find their source. The water of the Minas Gerais must remain a place for all.
On ne vend pas la vie. Or, l'eau, c'est la vie.
We are all responsible. We must save water today if we want there to be some left for tomorrow.
Did you know that only 0.3% of the world's fresh water is available to man? Yes, you heard, 0.3%. The rest is underground water and polar ice, which is unreachable. We are now in one of the driest and most stunning areas in the world, southeast Jordan.
Oh là 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 là, c'est magnifique. Regarde, regarde, c'est incroyable ce truc. Avec le soleil comme ça qui est en train de descendre. C'est ça qui est beau, voilà, voilà ce que je voulais faire. C'est ça que je voulais faire.
And there, in the middle of the desert, we discover a spectacle, an entire city cut into the rock. We're in Jordan, and this is Petra. Despite the lack of water, it's a city erected in the middle of the desert. Petra was a caravanserai, the biggest supermarket in the area. It housed close to 30,000 caravanners and traders of the incense trail. It was in the 1st century AD, and they were called Nabateans. When the Nabateans traded incense between Arabia and the Mediterranean, Petra used to be an important stop-off point. The city became deserted 2,000 years ago when camels were replaced by boats sailing round the desert. In Petra, it rains 9 days a year. To collect water, Nabateans created kilometers of channels and cisterns cut into the rock. And above all, the Nabateans used to have a real knowledge in saving water